All right, happy week 4, everybody. So we are on our fourth week, or basically our third full week of distance learning. So I'm going to walk you through how to go through this folder. Our weekly check-in is a little bit different. It's a discussion board. The question is, let's try to find a bright side in all of this. What is something that has been going well for you since we left school? That can be anything. Maybe like you watched a really funny TikTok, um, or maybe you started your own YouTube channel, or maybe you've been keeping on top of all your work. That's up to you. Just what's something that has been going well. We are starting a new unit in this week, so I do have a brief intro to the unit. This video is about the heart. It's really quick. I want to say it's about 4 minutes long, just explaining that. And then we have a couple folders that you got to get through, as well as an end of week assessment. So let's get taking a look at Path of Blood. This is the first folder. Well, let me go ahead and get signed in all over again. All right, let's try that again. So, courses. And week 4. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so Path of Blood. First thing is going to be, how does the heart pump blood? This is a video that will show you how the heart pumps blood. Just watch it a couple times, I would say, because it'll help you figure out the pathway that blood flows in the Make a Heart box. So your first assignment here is make a heart box. So instead of making like an actual drawing of a heart, you're going to be on a separate sheet or digitally, it's up to you. You're going to be making something that looks kind of like this. So the heart has 4 chambers, so we're going to make a box in the center that's pretty large that has 4 different chambers. I would say that this should take up the majority of the page, but you want to leave some room on the side for this box and then this box that also belongs on the side. Okay, you're going to label these for the different chambers that exist in the heart. So for example, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. You can do research to help you fill this out, but you're going to follow through these instructions to help you add the way that the circulation also happens through the blood as well, making sure that you label these and making sure that you label these. Okay. Otherwise, let's see. Yeah, so otherwise it's going to say you can label each major blood vessel, add color to the diagram. Actually, it looks like this is a repeat of this, so the instructions basically stop right about there. All right, so that's that for the Make a Heart box assignment. Let's go ahead and go back to Path of Blood. The last assignment for this folder is, imagine you're a red blood cell sitting in the right atria of the heart. Write a paragraph that describes your journey and what happens to you as a red blood cell as you move through the body. What structures does it pass through? How does it interact with oxygen? And think back to the unit 3 that we talked about when we talked about hemoglobin. So you want to try to use the word hemoglobin in your response. So remember what hemoglobin does. It is the protein that helps us transport oxygen. Okay, back to week 4. Next thing is anatomy of the heart. It's a virtual dissection. So heart dissection here, I have it listed. It is a Google Doc with some images to help you through a heart dissection. So for each section, there's going to be a picture to go with the questions that you're answering here. So for example, if I click here on external anatomy, I'll be able to see the outside of the heart. And then you're going to answer the questions that says, there are colored pencils sticking out of the heart from some major vessels. Which vessels do you think these are? And then the right ventricle is on the left side of the screen and the left ventricle is on the right side of the screen. Why do you think these are switched? So you'll be looking at the pictures, answering the questions. This is a different picture, answer the question, and so on. Okay, so there's that assignment, and that's that for the anatomy of the heart virtual dissection. I am kind of bummed that we don't get to do the actual dissection, but it is what it is. All right, last but not least, we have the heart rate folder. There's a couple videos, one that I made to let you know how heart rate gives us information, what it does, and then one that tells you how to check your own heart rate. And you're going to come up with an experiment. So experimental design. This is a Google Doc that you'll be filling in. Basically for this one, you're going to be coming up with your own experiment. And you will be creating this experiment because it's a pretty simple experiment to be able to do at home. So the purpose is to figure out what can change heart rates. The question that your experiment needs to answer, you want to pick out which question you choose to answer with your experiment. You can choose any of these questions. So maybe you want to have your experiment answer the question, what does different body positions like sitting, standing, or lying down, how does that affect your heart rate? Or if you want to come up with your own question, maybe you want to be like, how does holding your breath for 20 seconds affect your heart rate? That is going to be the question. Whatever question you're trying to answer in your experiment, you're going to type here in this box. Okay. Then you're going to make a prediction or a hypothesis. What do you think will happen? What do you think is going to change about the heart rate during your experiment? Or what do you think the result of your experiment will be? You're going to list out the materials that you would need to do this experiment. I have 4 bullets here already for you. If you need an extra, you can add an extra in. If you need fewer, you can always delete a bullet point. That's totally fine. Steps, procedure. What steps will you take to do this experiment and be specific? So remember, when you write a procedure, it has to be specific enough that another scientist should be able to follow your experiment step by step. Whether you want to do this in a numbered list or in paragraph form is up to you, but you'll type it here and the box will expand as you type. Okay. Finally, results. Create a table or chart that shows your data, and then you can insert your table or graph here. You're not going to explain your results here just yet. This is just where your data goes. And then analysis. What did you learn from this experiment? Analyze your results. Why do you think you got the results that you did? And then was your hypothesis correct or not? Okay, so I know that's quite a bit. For that reason, this week's work is a little bit, hopefully not as dense. Then you have your end of week assessment, which is just answering these 5 questions. Last but not least, we have the end of week checkout. So this is important. I do want you to be able to answer this question, which is just for me to help figure out where you are right now. If it would be helpful to have a makeup week or extra help week to get caught up. So I wouldn't, if you'd like, I could make week 5 a makeup week. So I would put just extra videos of extra explanations if anything you're stuck on, but there would be no new tasks necessarily. It would just be more review videos, created by me, not created by me. That would help you get caught up on your previous week's work. Or, if you feel comfortable, would you rather keep working through the assignments at the usual pace where I post a few assignments and videos, new material? So this is up to you. This is just letting me know what would be most helpful for you. Do you want a week to get caught up on stuff or with no new assignments, or do you want a week just to continue as we're going? All right, so that would be it for week 4. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Remember, you can always message me with any questions, email me, or type any questions you might have into your document. I'm hopefully getting caught up on getting all the things done. However, if you notice that something you turned in hasn't been graded within like 1 or 2 days, feel free to let me know and then I'll take a look and I'll have it graded for you as soon as I can. All right, have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys at office hours Wednesday and Friday.